wind was tired of turning, the field was dry and gray. The prayers felt like echoes that never found their way. But deep beneath the silence, where the old rocks lay still, grace kept softly flowing from the well beside the hill. At the well beside the windmill, mercy never runs dry. Even when the ground is broken, heaven still hears my cry. When my soul was cracked and empty, He filled me again inside. At the well beside the windmill, His water never died. Mama drew that bucket when my faith began to fade. Said, child, the Lord's still working in the dust He made. Now every drop reminds me, through the thirst and through the pain, God still turns the seasons, He still sends the rain. At the well beside the windmill, mercy never runs dry. Even when the ground is broken, heaven still hears my cry. When my soul was cracked and empty, He filled me again inside. At the well beside the windmill, His water never dies. And when my journey's ending and the twilight starts to chill, I'll drink my last sweet blessing from that well beneath the hill. At the well beside the windmill, His mercy still will flow through every life and sorrow. That living stream will grow. I was lost, but now I'm living where His grace forever flies. At the well beside the windmill, His water never dies. There's a fence along the meadow where the wildflowers bend. A sparrow built a shelter where the storm could never end. I watched her through the thunder, small and still in prayer, and I felt the Lord beside her, whispering, I'm there. Where the sparrow sleeps, the mercy falls. Through the quiet rain, I can hear His call. If He guards that fragile wing through the darkest deep, then I am safe where the sparrow sleeps. I've walked through empty valleys, I've wept beneath the pine, but I found peace in knowing His eyes are close to mine. He counts the tears that tumble. He knows the heart that keeps, and He watches over me where the sparrow sleeps. Where the sparrow sleeps, the mercy falls. Through the quiet rain, I can hear His call. If He guards that fragile wing through the darkest deep, then I am safe where the sparrow sleeps. When my breath grows weary and the world fades slow and sweet, I'll rest beneath His promise where grace and heaven meet. Where the sparrow sleeps, I'll close my eyes, wrapped in love that never dies. If He holds that tiny heart, He'll hold me when I weep, forever safe where the sparrow sleeps.
By the road of red clay dust and time-torn boards stands a cross that someone nailed there long before. Rust and rain have kissed it, yet it never fell. A sign for every drifter that grace still weaves its spell. The cross hung on the fence still shines through the years, through the heart of mine. When the storms roll in and my soul feels tense, I look to the cross hung on the fence. Farmers pass at sunrise, tipping hats in prayer. Children trace its shadow in the summer air. It's weathered but it's steady, like the mercy I've known, still standing where forgiveness was first shown. The cross hung on the fence still shines through the years, through the heart of mine. When the storms roll in and my soul feels tense, I look to the cross hung down an old dirt road where the map turns gray. There's a chapel where the sunlight loves to stay. The roof is torn, the bell's gone still, but the spirit hums beneath that hill. In the church that time forgot, grace still sings, though walls may rot. No stained glass left, no polished floor, but heaven knows that humble door. Mama's voice still echoes through the creaking pews, her hymns of hope, her worn out shoes. The Bible's pages, thin and torn, still carry faith through hearts reborn. In the church that time forgot, grace still sings, though walls may rot. No stained glass left, no polished floor, but heaven knows that humble door. And when my days have come and gone, I'll rest where those old prayers belong. In the church that time forgot, the light of love still burns the spot. Though years may fade and names may not, God still dwells where time forgot. The tires kick dust on a Sunday sky. I was running from the truth I couldn't deny. Every mile behind me was a sin I owed, till mercy found my footsteps on that gravel road. There's grace in the gravel road, where the lost and weary souls still go. He walks beside the dust and stone, turning pain to peace I've never known. A preacher waved from a wooden gate, said, son, it's never too late. And I fell to my knees where wildflowers grow, felt heaven's touch through the dirt road. There's grace in the gravel road, where the lost and weary souls still go. He walks beside the dust and stone, turning pain to peace
I've never known. Now every scar and storyline shines like stars on God's design. There's grace in the gravel road. Every tear I dropped, He sowed. Now I drive with faith untold. There's grace, sweet grace in the gravel road.
Mama sat beside that window, hands folded tight, whispering to Jesus in the fading light. Through the lace and sunset's glow, I learned more faith than she could show. Through the window facing heaven's skies, I saw her tears and heard her sigh. Every prayer she whispered there still keeps me standing anywhere. Years have gone and that house grew still, but I feel her voice when the night turns chill. When I'm lost, I lift my eyes to the pain where grace still lies. Through the window facing heaven's skies, I saw her tears and heard her sighs. Every prayer she whispered there still keeps me standing anywhere. Now I kneel where she once did, and thank the Lord for what He hid. A mother's faith that never dies. Through the window facing heaven's skies, her light still warms my weary eyes. Though she's gone, her love's still there through that window. Heaven's prayer. Down the hill behind the farmhouse, where the pine trees lean,
There's a creek that holds the stories of the boy I've been. Barefoot prayers and laughter echo through that place where I first heard heaven in the water's face. By the creek beneath the pines, I found his love in simple times. No stained glass roof, no altar signs, just peace by the creek beneath the pines. Years have flown like leaves through autumn's breath, but that stream still hums of life, not death. When I'm weary and my spirit bends, I go there in my heart again. By the creek pines, I found his love in simple times. No stained glass roof, no altar signs, just peace by the creek beneath the pines. Someday when my journey ends, I'll rest where those tall trees by the creek beneath the pines. Grace still flows through roots and rhymes. When heaven calls, my soul will climb back home by the creek beneath the pines. It's hanging by the doorway where the sunlight fades. A dusty brim that's seen 1,000 yesterdays. He wore it every Sunday to the church on down the hill. Now it's all that's left, but his faith is with me still. The hat he left on Sunday still reminds me who I am, of the prayers he whispered softly when he took my hand. Though his voice has gone to glory, his truth still lights my way through the hat he left on Sunday. I still hear him pray. Mama keeps his Bible where the ribbon's torn. His name still echoes through the fields at dawn. He taught me grace ain't fancy, it's steady and it's kind. And every time I stumble, his memory pulls me in line. The hat he took my hand. Though his voice has gone to glory, his truth still lights my way through the hat he left on Sunday. I still hear him pray. Someday I'll meet him by those golden gates. He'll tip that hat and smile, son, you made it safe. The hat he left on Sunday still tells me how to stand. In the storms and in the sunshine, I'll follow his command. Till I see him there in heaven, I'll keep my faith that way. Through the hat he left on Sunday, I still hear him pray.
was thick on that lonesome mile. My past behind me, no hope inside. The sun sank low, the wind just cried, but grace was standing where my shame had died. On the road where mercy waited, I laid my burdens down. Heaven's arms were open wide on that sacred ground. I thought I'd walk too far to ever be found, but mercy waited there and turned me around. The fences lean like tired old men. The gravel sang beneath my sin. Then I saw light beyond the bend and heard a voice that called me friend. On the road where mercy waited, I laid my burdens down. Heaven's arms were open wide on that sacred ground. I thought I'd walk too far to ever be found, but mercy waited there and turned me around. Now every road I travel leads through grace and rain. I know He'll wait again when I forget His name. On the road where mercy waited, His love still calls my name. Through the dust, through the darkness, He's forever the same. No matter how lost, no matter how late, there's mercy waiting at heaven's gate. The wind was tired of turning, the field was dry and gray. The prayers felt like echoes that never found their way. But deep beneath the silence, where the old rocks lay still, grace kept softly flowing from the well beside the hill. At the well beside the windmill, mercy never runs dry. Even when the ground is broken, heaven still hears my cry. When my soul was cracked and empty, He filled me again inside. At the well beside the windmill, His water never died. Mama drew that bucket when my faith began to fade. Said, child, the Lord's still working in the dust He made. Now every drop
reminds me, through the thirst and through the pain, God still turns the seasons, He still sends the rain. At the well beside the windmill, mercy never runs dry. Even when the ground is broken, heaven still hears my cry. When my soul was cracked and empty, He filled me again inside. At the well beside the windmill, His water never died. And when my journey's ending and the twilight starts to chill, I'll drink my last sweet blessing from that well beneath the hill. At the well beside the windmill, His mercy still will flow through every life and sorrow. That living stream will grow. I was lost, but now I'm living where His grace forever flies. At the well beside the windmill, His water never dies.
There's a fence along the meadow where the wildflowers bend. A sparrow built a shelter where the storm could never end. I watched her through the thunder, small and still in prayer, and I felt the Lord beside her, whispering, I'm there. Where the sparrow sleeps, the mercy falls. Through the quiet rain, I can hear His call. If He guards that fragile wing through the darkest deep, then I am safe where the sparrow sleeps. I've walked through empty valleys, I've wept beneath the pine, but I found peace in knowing His eyes are close to mine. He counts the tears that tumble, He knows the heart that keeps, and He watches over me where the sparrow sleeps. Where the sparrow sleeps, the mercy falls. Through the quiet rain, I can hear His call. If He guards that fragile wing through the darkest deep, then I am safe where the sparrow sleeps. Whoa. When my breath grows weary and the world fades slow and sweet, I'll rest beneath His promise where grace and heaven meet. Where the sparrow sleeps, I'll close my eyes, wrapped in love.
that never dies. If he holds that tiny heart, he'll hold me when I weep, forever safe where the sparrow sleeps.
By the road of red clay dust and time-torn boards stands a cross that someone nailed there long before. Rust and rain have kissed it, yet it never fell. A sign for every drifter that grace still weaves its spell. The cross hung on the fence still shines through the years, through the heart of mine. When the storms roll in and my soul feels tense, I look to the cross hung on the fence. Farmers pass at sunrise, tipping hats in prayer. Children trace its shadow in the summer air. It's weathered, but it's steady, like the mercy I've known. Still standing where forgiveness was first shown. The cross hung on the fence still shines through the years, through the heart of mine. When the storms roll in and my soul feels tense, I look to the cross hung on the fence. And when my journey's ending and I'm headed home again, may my heart be strong and simple as that wooden frame. The cross hung on the fence still shines, carved by love that never declines. Through every trial his truth defends, I'll hold to the cross hung on the fence. Down an old dirt road where the map turns gray, there's a chapel where the sunlight loves to stay. The roof is torn, the bell's gone still, but the Spirit hums beneath that hill. In the church that time forgot, grace still sings, though walls may rot. No stained glass left, no polished floor, but heaven knows that humble door. Mama's voice still echoes through the creaking pews, her hymns of hope, her worn-out shoes. The Bible's pages, thin and torn, still carry faith through hearts reborn. In the church that time forgot, grace still sings, though walls may rot. No stained glass left, no polished floor, but heaven knows that humble door. And when my days have come and gone, I'll rest where those old prayers belong. In the church that time forgot, the light of love still burns the spot. Though years may fade and names may not, God still dwells where time forgot. The tires kick dust on a Sunday sky. I was running from the truth I couldn't deny. Every mile behind me was a sin I owed, till mercy found my footsteps on that gravel road. There's grace in the gravel road, where the lost and weary souls still go. He walks beside the dust and stone, turning pain to peace I've never known. A preacher waved from a wooden gate, said, son, it's never too late. And I fell to my knees where wildflowers grow, felt heaven's touch through the dirt road. There's grace in the gravel road, where the lost and weary souls still go. He walks beside the dust and stone, turning pain to peace I've never known. Now every scar and storyline shines like stars on God's design.
dropped, he sowed. Now I drive with faith untold. There's grace, sweet grace, in the gravel road. Mama sat beside that window, hands folded tight, whispering to Jesus in the fading light. Through the lace and sunset's glow, I learned more faith than she could show. Through the window facing heaven's skies, I saw her tears and heard her sigh. Every prayer she whispered there still keeps me standing anywhere. Years have gone and that house grew still, but I feel her voice when the night turns chill. When I'm lost, I lift my eyes to the pain where grace still lies. Through the window facing heaven's skies, I saw her tears and heard her sighs. Every prayer she whispered there still keeps me standing anywhere. Now I kneel where she once did, and thank the Lord for what He hid. A mother's faith that never dies. Through the window facing heaven's skies, her light still warms my weary eyes. Though she's gone, her love's still there. Through that window, heaven's prayer. Down the hill behind the farmhouse, where the pine trees lean, there's a creek that holds the stories of the boy I've been. Barefoot prayers and laughter echo through that place where I first heard heaven in the water's face. By the creek beneath the pines, I found His love in simple times. No
no stained glass roof, no altar signs, just peace by the creek beneath the pines. Years have flown like leaves through autumn's breath, but that stream still hums of life, not death. When I'm weary and my spirit bends, I go there in my heart again. By the creek pines, I found His love in simple times. No stained glass roof, no altar signs, just peace by the creek beneath the pines. Someday when my journey ends, I'll rest where those tall trees by the creek beneath the pines. Grace still flows through roots and rhymes. When heaven calls, my soul will climb back home by the creek beneath the pines. It's hanging by the doorway where the sunlight fades. A dusty brim that's seen 1,000 yesterdays. He wore it every Sunday to the church on down the hill. Now it's all that's left, but his faith is with me still. The hat he left on Sunday still reminds me who I am, of the prayers he whispered softly when he took my hand. Though his voice has gone to glory, his truth still lights my way through the hat he left on Sunday. I still hear him pray. Mama keeps his Bible where the ribbon's torn. His name still echoes through the fields at dawn. He taught me grace ain't fancy, it's steady and it's kind. And every time I stumble, his memory pulls me in line. The hat he left on Sunday still reminds me who I am, of the prayers he whispered softly when he took my hand. And though his voice has gone to glory, his truth still lights my way through the hat he left on Sunday. I still hear him pray. Someday I'll meet him the storms and in the sunshine, I'll follow His command. Till I see Him there in heaven, I'll keep my faith that way, through the hat He left on Sunday. I still hear Him pray. was thick on that lonesome mile. My past behind me, no hope inside. The sun sank low, the wind just cried, but grace was standing where my shame had died. On the road where mercy waited, I laid my burdens down. Heaven's arms were open wide on that sacred ground. I thought I'd walked too far to ever be found, but mercy waited there and turned me around. The fences lean like tired old men. The gravel sang beneath my sin. Then I saw light beyond the bend and heard a voice that called me friend. On the road where mercy waited, I laid my burdens down. Heaven's arms were open wide on that sacred ground. I thought I'd walked too far to ever be found, but mercy waited there and turned me around. Now every road I travel leads through grace and rain. I know He'll wait again when I forget His name. On the road where mercy waited, His love still calls my name. Through the dust, through the darkness, He's forever the same. No matter how lost, no matter how late, there's mercy waiting at heaven's gate.